here, pour out the Jameson for ancestors to swig.
You rescue me yet again. You put me first everywhere. You make me feel better than the multitudes. You rescue me yet again. You put me first everywhere.
Who don't own nothing but try to buy everything that the enemy and the Asians make, we need to pull back some from that. You know, we think that our men only like us for how we dress or our eyelashes or our fake breasts or buttocks and all of that. That's not what they looking for in us. And so we keep them so sexually stimulated, overstimulated, that they don't have time to consider anything else about us because we think that's the only way to get a man and that's the only value that we have. We have other great values. We are the queen of the universe, the mother of civilization. And so we have other things to teach us. But our women need to lower their dress, stop going out naked, trying to get attention from strange men. Our women need to control their sexual drive because we'll do anything, go crazy when we have that on us, you know. And what a lonely woman won't do is just anything. So we need to pull that back some and come down from so much throwing sex on our men so that they can have time to consider something else. They don't have the kind of discipline that'll keep them from going for that. So we need to be in the mother, the first one that touch all of the people on the earth. That's what a mother does. We need to set a different example. We need to start dressing our children more modest. You can't wait till your daughter get 14 to tell her to stop wearing halter tops and booty shorts. You can't do that. You got to start her when she's a tiny little child about being modest, you know, and how to dress. And so people say all the time to me, yeah, you talking all that old school. Now I'm talking about what worked. Because what y'all got going is not working. Our women are overweight. We big and fat.
I can't even, it's definitely not old school, but it is old school, right? Because nobody thinks like that anymore. Like I was telling one young lady, she was talking to me, said that, her daughter was going to start doing some type of modeling class. And she was like, I don't know if it's worth it. And I'm like, she told me what company it was with because it wasn't just like somebody teaching modeling. This was actually a big modeling agency, and of course they want a couple dollars to, do what they got to do. But I was like, since there is really like no type of etiquette things for women anymore like it used to be, I think they were called cotillions and stuff like that. I mean, there may still be them. I don't know, but I told her, putting your daughter in like modeling class will help her be a better woman, in my opinion, because my daughter went through a modeling agency, modeling class, and what they do is they teach them how to be women. They teach them how to love themselves, how to be beautiful. They teach them etiquette, how to walk, how to talk, how to be professional, how to be sexy and still, without having to take your clothes off and anything like that, how to take pictures, good pictures. So, I told her, like, yo, that would probably be one of the best things you could do for your daughter because, even though I'm not saying that you're not telling her these things, but being able to have somebody teach her and her go to a class with other young ladies and learn these things is going to be a great opportunity for her as well as a great experience. So I do remember her, saying that she was going to do it. But yeah, unfortunately nowadays, it's hard to find, the etiquette places, or even if you do find them, they're an arm and a leg, and, but it's definitely, since we no longer have the grandmothers in the household with the moms and stuff like that, another place where you can get them started early too, because I think I started my daughter at maybe like 12 or 13, but you get them started early, once again, she'll learn how to dress, she'll learn how to walk, she'll learn how to talk, how to be professional, how to look professional, how to, stand up straight, all that stuff that, that modeling would entail. But once again, she ain't even got a model. These are things that she could use just as a woman in life. So I thought that was a great idea. So that's what ladies should be looking into for their daughters if they're looking for like etiquette type things.
And try to convince somebody that looks good. Our men are overweight. Now you're talking about high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, heart disease. And so the stress of racism in this country already puts that on us. We're 17, 18 generations up from slavery. And as I said, that's why I wrote that book, Are You Still a Slave? To help us to understand that we still practicing the same behavior. And we're not always forced to, but as long as we practice the same behaviors that we do and go for the things we go for, then the enemy understands that they still have control over us. And we have lived in a society where our man has been disenfranchised. We have run them crazy at home, and they've been around so many women, they grow up and talk like women and act like women. When we dragging our son to the beauty parlor to get our hair braided, he got to sit in there and listen to women for 3 and 4 hours. Okay? When we take him over to our girlfriend's house and he got to listen to that. Well, see, a lot of that impacts upon his development. And there are some fathers who are unfit to be around their children or the woman or anybody else. But then there are a lot of other great fathers who are qualified to help nurture their child and co-parent, but we don't deal with them because we mad at them. The child ain't mad. Well, we used to identify with being black first and having a black man. But because of the women's liberation movement, now we try to identify as being female, and we got all of this here, black girls do this and black women do that, and we have not come up with a program as black women that honors our men as much as we honor ourselves, okay? It would not be us if it were not for him, okay? Well, everything is just a decision. And when a lot of us hear the truth, we don't want to take that truth because it requires us to change and rearrange the fake values that we have been forced to accept. We think to live out here. And many of us think that if we do that we will become ostracized. In order to rebuild our nation, you have got to be brave. You have got to step out on the truth. And we don't keep needing a God that we can love. We need a God that loves us. That's different. It's a lot of basic things we have not done that any people who are trying to survive would ordinarily do. And then we want to come out here and think we should get the top man and that he should go along with any nonsense we practice just to have sex with us. Some people have and their life is better. Some women have and some men have. Now, I know that our brothers are broken. Many of them have had such a hard time. We don't even know what it's like to be a black man in America. They're hunted down like wild animals. And they're killed unjustly. It doesn't matter. Rather, it used to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, any place is the wrong time for our men. And because of the women's lib movement and the big mouth many of us have developed out here trying to talk and yell and jump up in men's faces, now the enemy treating our women like they treat our men. They throw them down, shoot them, anything. So we need to see these patterns and recognize that all that jumping up and down in church every Sunday morning ain't getting us nowhere. We ain't getting no benefit from that. It's just a play to go and let off steam, let off stress, but it's not building what we need to build. Every black church in America should be donating money to educate 5 or 10 children in their communities. Absolutely. They have the money. Stop giving it to the pimp, to the preacher. He's a master pimp. Women look for a pimp. They want a man that tell them what to do. They just don't want no accountability with him. And so he's out there collecting the money up, living a high life when the people in the community are in need. Well, it's very important right now because our birth numbers are down. And I don't know if black people realize that.
I think they was going to go into the Roe versus Wade stuff, but you know what that is. You know what that's all about, eugenics, things of that nature. So appreciate the love. Thanks for stopping by. You know who it is, www.blackfathersofcleveland.com YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe. But yeah, Sister Ali, she's always dropping gems. And like I stated before,